Sorry I'm late. That was a bit of a rush because I had to pick up my daughter from ballet classes and they have a show in 2 weeks' time. So they just decided to go overtime today because of course they did. So I was standing out there like the other parents, just patiently waiting. In any case, I am here. We'll just not do much blah, 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 blah. We won't do much intro. We'll just dive in because I feel I can barely remember what game we're playing and how we're playing it, why we're playing it. Okay, maybe why, but it feels like it's been a while, and it has. So let's dive into the game and just familiarize ourselves with where we are and what we're doing. Black screen. Really? Really? Oh, right. It should be auto here, but auto didn't work for Elden Ring for some reason. Or maybe it did. I just didn't have the patience for it. Anyway, here we are. There's no sound. I'm pretty sure there's sound. I have sound. Okay. I mean, I imagine that if someone... Sound is fine. Okay, good. Well, if you don't have sound, then go to Everlist's place. Sure, there'll be... then there will be sound there. Let's see. I will get my chat up as well. So we get the events and chat, and we are good. Yeah. That's why when people are commenting like, oh, sound is weird, or something like, I always ignore it unless it's someone who is a regular, because most likely it's on the receiving end. Let's see. There was something I wanted to do. Yeah, no worries. I feel that there was something. Oh, right, maybe that was here. We need to get that one back up online. Yep, there we go. Good. Casimir crystals. Woo! Huh. Oh no. Optical grading crystals can't keep up. There we go. Now that should be better. Oh, power can't keep up. Oh, right. Okay, so that's where we are. Hello, wanna be. What if it's a regular who's trolling? I was very tempted to say, oh, Ineos has been talking for 10 minutes with no sound. Then there are some regulars I trust more than others, right? You think about that. Alright, let's recap on this planet. So we have shooty. We have a nice swarm here. We are getting a lot of... Okay, so that means we actually have plenty of power in the Dyson sphere. We just don't bring it down to our planet fast enough. Yeah, trolling about technical issues is not cool, because it's kind of a big problem. That one will be remote demand, and that might be one of the things we want to check today. Here. Let's do 4,000. So this should be fixing that. Once that comes out, it will be proliferated, and then it will go out, and then these will be more than doubling the value. They'll be power load. See, they can't even keep up. Power load is 140. Yeah, okay. I want to see this one coming in. What? Are we launching? Yeah, they keep launching here. Nice. Oh yeah, of course they are, because we have a factory building stuff. What is this one? Oh yeah, this is the factory building stuff. And over here we have... That's the wrong factory we are at. Huh. Oh, what? Oh, shoot. This is the wrong setup. Oh, no. Shoot. Ah, well, is it, though? Let me check.
A new subscriber. Come, steal your...
No, it's okay. And Oscar, thank you for the tier 1 and welcome. Alright, so I was here on this planet because I built this for my YouTube video. I built it for the YouTube video, basically took the latest Twitch shape, deleted all the buildings, and then built them as part of the YouTube. So, yeah, okay, that means things are actually making sense. it is the final, it is the newest save. I think there might be some things here that have been placed here of sort of random reasons. That's demanding. This one, I feel I should also demand it inbound. Nah, probably not. But I do, the Casimir crystals is, as always, dictating. So maybe we should also remote demand it here. There, let's remote demand from here as well. It's not great that it's the two things that are both remote demanded. This is not remote demanded too much, so. Yeah, well, it's unfortunately how it has to be. Because now the irony is that it won't pick this one up. That's really annoying that it sent out the big ones instead. Right there, because it's already sending out 5,000, it's 5 freighters. Fuck it, all of it. There you go. That one first one come back, and then it'll immediately send out another for the external instead of using all of this in first. This is annoying. Why is it not doing that? As it drops below this, it'll send out another vessel to pick it up from random place of the universe instead of sending these that can pick up here. I would hope it would do that. See, now we see here 8,000, and it drops below 2,000. It'll jump up to 10,000 inbound instead of, nope, 200. Yay! Never mind. Then it jumps up to 2,000. That's not how I think it should happen. Because look at how much we have here. This sucks. This sucks a lot. Okay, so let's do this instead. And then don't do that. It'll actually work better because now it'll only consume from this. It'll obviously be consuming too fast. I don't think one of these can keep up. Weird. This one is 5,500 per minute. And how much we have here? This is 250. Yeah, 291. Okay, so the answer is that I will also here also get this in. Should be distributed locally. Yep. And you have received this. We have a problem with our graviton lenses. But at least we have power is now very stable. These are up to plus 300%. That is glorious. This one is fully maxed out. Why is this one maxed out? Not maxed out. Why is this one 52.5 megawatt and this one is 60? They're both continuous receiving. Triple, and this one is only double. Okay, for some reason. Mark 2 spray, Mark 3 spray. Great. And what is the situation with the swarm here? Swarm is being exhausted. That's not good. Hopefully we can start getting some more. With the more rockets, we can also start absorbing more. I mean, we're sending out a constant stream of rockets. It's pretty good. What I'm wondering is whether we should be pacing our influx of solar cells, because we're actually burning out here. Like these ones, and this will also not be received fast enough or consumed fast enough. Yeah. being absorbed is not much as we're being absorbed there. Amount of items that have been sprayed, that's why you sometimes have only one or double sprayed. Yeah. Yeah, so the issue is, like, let's say this one, for example. This node is delivering 18 in and it's almost done. So that's good. But I would really like them to start up on multiple. What about this one? This is completely done. So let's see, are you... Oh, here's a new one that's starting up. So this one should also start. Cell point is now being absorbed at this point. And it's all about sort of when do they start going into new locations. This is also a relatively new location. And every time there's a new location, it can consume 120. Yeah, it is doing multiple, but I also like the fact that it's sort of going in here, and then some things are sending here. And like this one has just started. Oh, that's a weird... Why is that a different shape? Or pattern? Don't know. We'll see when it's done, and then we might... Oh, these are just full spheres, right? Yeah, they are. Weird. Huh, okay. Yeah, I think I'll leave it. It might be a problem when it comes to maintaining... No, not this one, but... Hold on. That's a problem, isn't it? Yeah. That is a problem. This should also be better. Like this row. This is only... Yeah. Alright, I think that we need to make graviton lenses. I think that's a very reasonable thing for us to do. Let's do some graviton lenses. I think we'll do those back on Starving Planet. So let's go back to Starving. Because that's where we're building it. Then we might also have a look at if we are also running out of warpers potentially. Would also be an interesting thing to run out of, I would say. Would also be interesting if we could start making some antimatter. I think. There we go. So I don't have such a large stockpile in space. That doesn't matter. Sails will never stop shooting. So it doesn't matter if you have a tiny sphere or a big sphere. It's dictated by the shooting speed. And we'll just make a U-turn here. Hello, orange. Not done yet. 2,000. 2,000 yet remain. And this thing can just be taken out. It has certainly outlived its usefulness. This is looking good. I don't think this is enough to kickstart it if things go wrong, so... I think we'll have at least 10,000 warpers. Alright, keep working, my friends. Keep working. But that was not it. I'm trying not to fix things that are that are working, but just not optimal. Because there'll be too many things that are working, but not optimal for us to really start hammering things out. Like, stuff like, really, should this one be making something at this point? Not really. Here. Now, why are you not working? First of all, we need to get it up to 10,000. That's the problem. Well, we have the blue ones, yep. And they have what they need. It can be better. Alright, that's 4. Let's see, what is the crafting time of this? 6 seconds. Okay, so this is actually 1 per second. So it has to be some kind of multiple of 4. That's there. Maybe there. No. There. At least. Hold on. It's much easier to build it from that other side. Oops. That feels like a good place. 4, 5... That one. Normally this would not work, but since the inputs are going on the on outside here, then it should work. I think. Yeah, I think so. Did the antimatter mechanic change? No. Don't think so. Why? Could that be... Yeah. And then one more. And that should also be good. And I will then be building here. Come on. Why is that not possible? Are they not? There you go, they are aligned. They're just a bit fidgety here. Good. And then we need some insert, outsert. If I do that, then you can't be the same place. And then some. Let's here, and then we will realize the next problem, but we'll only realize it afterwards, and you haven't realized it yet, so that's fine. No one's really seeing the true problem here. Ah, that's glorious. Yay, everything is working. It's all awesome, except for one little teeny tiny thing. There's no way the strange matter can keep up, obviously. Is this one of the rare cases where proliferating output would make sense? Yeah. It could make sense, because then you could say if you proliferate the output, then you don't need to proliferate it on any of the stations you need. You will always just get it out there, proliferate it. I think it's so valuable to proliferate. And thanks to the feedback in chat for that. No ninja stars for us. No frame material for us. Why you no frame material? No carbon nanotubes. That's weird. Why no carbon nanotubes? No titanium? I have titanium here. What? How are we not making titanium on this damn planet? That's titanium. Alright, where is the titanium on this planet? Ah. Here's a bit. That's 4,000, that's 73,000, that's 24,000. There's 300,000. Why is this one? This is probably just... Yeah, oh, I guess. Okay. My guess is it's not going into it's not going in. Where was it? It is incorrectly set somewhere. That one. Alright, let's see. No, it is. It's just bad. Huh. We'll just import some titanium. We have plenty of titanium anywhere, but it's just nice to be able to get some of the titanium going from here. Huh. It's really weird. Like, what's your problem? This is so weird, right? Like, why is it... I mean, first of all, the belts are the wrong type, but that's just like one thing. Maybe the answer is more like... do this. And then... Where am I? Oh no! I know what happened with that. I destroyed them. I'm not proud of it, but I did. There you go. Alright, get that titanium out of here. And everything is tapped, so that should help get rid of all the titanium. Huh. Is that new make everything? Yep, that thing. It's big and beautiful. Anyone have trypophobia? Then that's a good sphere for us. Hello, Matthias. See, this is the real problem. The fact that these are not working very fast, and, well, they're not working fast because they're super expensive, power-wise. Yeah, see? It's trypophobia inducing. Sorry, please keep it in English. But thank you for the compliment. All right, let's see. What is the next? So we kind of fixed that. Is it time for us to start looking into science production? I think so. I think it might be. We do know that we must take Red Giant. We must take this one, but it's kind of useless. Do we have any masters of the path that we would consider useless? Well, and I also really want to tap the all the way out here. We have a Mimosa. I have White Dwarf because it has optical gradient crystal. Oh no, that's not it. We don't want Mimosa. We want, where is it? That one actually. That's the neutron star. It has unipolar magnets. Though, now that I look at it, that would also be pretty cool to go all the way out here just to find some decent amount of optical gradient crystal, hopefully. Are we exporting from here? Yes. All right. So what do we think is the most important? No, NASA was the one we just built, right? I'd like to actually see how the sphere is going. Oh, they're finally starting to launch. Oh, that's glorious. That's the one that's way too big. Hey, George, thank you for the 18 months. It's been 18 months since I found your stream. It is, and I really appreciate that you're still around. Much longer than most of my relationships. Actually, longer than all but one of my relationships, so think about that. That looks so good. Alright, but that's beside the point. This is going. Should we start looking into, well, you know what, I should actually do my planets. Stickletodd, thank you for the thank you for the tier 1 and welcome to the community. Then I open my my Elden Ring journal. That doesn't help us here. Right, so I'm basically looking for a location where we could make some science. Hey, Baked Beans! Baked Beans is here. Baked Beans is completely useless. I mean, we haven't underutilized the magnificent potential of Baked Beans. That's more that's better. A weekly company meeting. I think we should go take a look at Baked Beans. Yep, let's go have a look at Baked Beans. Baked Beans is circling Cammy. Hey, Bajou! Yeah, thank you for your donation. Keep politics out of my chat. It's not because I don't have opinions, but I think that this should be a refuge where I am a firm believer of stay in your lane. That means you come here for entertainment and not for discussing politics. There are plenty of streamers who are happy to go into politics. I am not one of them. There are... So, but thank you for your donation. And that's just a...
greatly appreciated.
Because it's something that just gets everyone riled up. The same with all the corona things. We also got just decided not to talk about it. Onto religion then, yeah. Thank you, Everlist. Thank you very much for the 5 months. 5 months? Only 5 months. Might you mean that you believe in staying in your lane but accept that others don't make the same choice? Sure. But okay, so let's take Corona. Because that's... In Denmark we decided that it doesn't exist anymore, so that's a thing. We can talk about it in past tense around here at least. If you're already there, it's contested, right? But the point is that I appreciated when people came in and told personal stories about, oh, I've had this happen to me. Great. But since we come from different cultures and nationalities and all sorts of things, that the only thing that unites us is our love for factory games, presumably, and a proclivity or a propensity to listen to some weird Danish guy online, then I don't want to be the one who sort of starts spewing out radical opinions, and then you're going to be like, man, I really wanted to just watch some good gameplay, and now I have to sort of bounce it. Let's take something like less contested, like music. If I put music on and you would be like, I love his gameplay, but I can't fucking stand the EDM he decides to listen to, then you're like, wow, I don't need, there's no reason for those things to be muddled. That means my community has to be, all right, you have to love factory games and love Danish pop music from the 80s. That's my audience. You gotta love both, because I'm gonna be just blasting out my 80s pop music, Danish pop music, maybe some Slavic pop music as well, just to mix it up. But it has to be really loud and really there. And then, of course, high quality designs. That's kind of narrows it down. So let's just settle in, and the one thing that unites us is our love for factory games, and then accept that the other things have other audiences. Not a fan of Souls games. Yep, perfect. Well. Missed a few events here. That was McChieftain triggering the train. Thank you for the 200 bits. And WA, thank you for the 12 months, a full year. And Soraya Shadow Harper, thank you for 18 months. Okay. She looked hot, I opened it, and the girl was licking a microphone. Yeah, well. Hybrid Hooligan, thank you for the 5 months. And Kippy, thank you for the 16. Olsen Brothers all the way. Yeah. Good. Okay, I think that it's time to, we need to find baked beans while we see if this train will even depart the station. We've had some non-departing trains these last couple of days, or lack of even any trains at any stations. That was, let's see, Cammy. Let's go have a look at what baked beans is up to. Oh, we were just here. Is there anything I'm missing? Ah, fuck it. Can't be important. If we don't know, then it can't be important. 92. Mm-hmm. Thank you, baked beans, for the $3.99. I thought that would be one-off. Ooh, thank you to patrons. It has not been a month where I've been doing particularly much for patrons, and therefore that's also quite obvious on what's sort of the state of the nation on the patrons. But I really appreciate the people who are supporting when I take my strides and do other things as well. Wow, you haven't even, you've been lazy, baked beans. Wow, not even colonized this planet, and it's full of oil and everything. Damn. Wesker paying forward the gift sub. Wesker, did you get a gift sub? Huh, that's weird. Did you get a gift sub? You are more of a gifter than a giftee, I would have assumed. Ah, no, I should have. No. Oh, maybe I should have checked. Oh, I don't even have enough to build anything. No. All right, let's. Okay, we can always just settle this. As long as you have one of these, then you're good. Get that in here. And Odin's Not, thank you for the 5 gift subs. That's pushing it a bit further here. And the Slide Scroll, thank you for also joining the community. Really appreciate it. Ah, yeah, when I didn't want to use concrete, then I was like, no. But there's no industry on this one at all. So we're gonna have to wait for this one to come in. Been watching your YouTube videos for about a year. Glad to finally catch the stream, let alone a DSP stream. Nice. So what brought you, you're saying about a year, does that mean that it was Dyson Sphere program that got you interested? And if so, if I may inquire further upon what drew you in, what would be interesting to see for Dyson Sphere program at this point? Because I can see that it's the interest generally on my Dyson Sphere program is just completely flatlining once we go beyond sort of the one planet build. And maybe it's the way I do it. Maybe it's the content, the fact that there's just fewer people who have any interest in it at that point. I don't know, but there certainly seems to be something there. Yeah, 325. Well, baked beans, you have given me a color, so maybe. DSP kit. Right, get in here. Everyone, get in here. Is there a point to doing anything else? No, I can't do anything else because we need to. Yeah. I think we might want to do that. You know, baked beans. I think it's time. Hey George, thank you so much for the 1400 bits. All right, I am. So over the weekend when we played, or I played some Elden Ring. And I knew that there would not be any hype during Elden Ring. That's just how it is, because it's off meta game. So we're back. It's actually not off meta, but meta for my channel at least. I think we want to, let's cover this entire planet. It's such a beautiful planet. Let's cover it in concrete just to offend all the naturalists. That means I need to cover it before I do anything else, because otherwise it's really difficult to see what's going on. Yeah, that's the first part. 1 minute and 16. Oh, that's not good. That's the power. Less than 1 minute left in case anyone wants to snipe it or push it onto the next level. Otherwise, it's also fine. We can do it another time. That one. Ah, the fact that it gets 2,000 in is a bit sad. Yeah, so not happening. It's okay. No, we don't have the planet pavement achievement already, so we might well take this one to do that.
More shall gather.
Starving! You're insane! You are cutting it too close. I saw it count down to 0 before that went through. I was... Oh, holy smokes. I had given up on that. Thank you so much, Starving. You are absolutely amazing. Absolutely. Thank you so much. That was totally last second. If that had come in like 2 seconds too late, then I would have been like, no! Alright, well. I need to implement a remote. Well, so far you get the hype train. And hopefully that will spur something on and then we'll go. Alright, let's see. We have here, and then we'll get a color from that baked beans provided long time ago. I am not sure I actually have. No, I did have it. For some reason that can't be clicked away. Would mess up because of ILS output being stacked. Oh yeah, that's true. I have to reset that one, and also this one has to be before I allow this to go, and you are going to shut it away. Ah, man. I messed it up again. We'll just do that. It'll work. There. That's the one we wanted. Alright, well, as we've said a few times, just a reminder that if the hype train gets to level 3, then it will be, you'll get your planets in this series. That means at this point, Starving and George are the ones in the lead, and then we get rid of the last plots. I'll be fine in another round or so.
Tales of our endeavors.
Rachel, thank you for gifting 5 subs. Hey, getting closer, getting closer. Alright, let's start working our way down here. Might as well, since we're gonna decided to pave the whole damn thing, we might as well do the stuff where we are going to. It's the wrong one to pave, by the way, because this one will eat up a lot of resources. Alright, Archangel, I know you mean well, but now you're just spamming, and especially if you're not part of it, then it just becomes spammy. If you are in the lead and you want someone else to join in, then sure, but otherwise it just looks like you're spamming chat. And I know you have the best of intentions, but it's... When paving a planet, the places most likely to miss are the spots between the tropics. Between the tropics. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. I think that with this train, it's awesome, and it was really cool of Starving, but it was also clear that it wasn't like... This was not the time. Sometimes it's... It's fine. Always another chance. There we go. So now we do these. The part between the tropics. Are you trolling me and saying like literally everything, or what? I don't know what you're. I think we have to kind of do it sort of systematically. Otherwise, I'll never be able to cover it all. Then I should probably also deliberately leave a little spot open. Let's leave this open. There you go. Train is over. Thank you all for joining, and especially Starving for just giving it yet another chance to move further. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support, everyone. And now I'm gonna take a break. So, I'm gonna just check up on the kids, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. See you in a bit. Alright, welcome back. Thank you for your patience. And onwards. Somewhere, some DSP. Yeah. Not anymore. We want to get the rest of this settled in on this planet as well, but let's get this. Oh right, we should have kept track of it. Yeah, I should have. That's the one good advice that I would give for anyone. Yep. Already missed a couple of small lines. Alright, it did. There. Hey, I'm top. Good evening. So on the one hand, I'd like to do this consistently, but on the other hand, I'd also really like to just do the stuff that is needed to put down the blueprint so we can get solar panels going. But I can't do both. I'd have to settle on one or the other. This is a pretty good color to, not a good color in general, but a good color to be painting things with, because it has a good contrast to the underlying. Well, so far so good. That moves into, okay, to that one. I don't think we even have enough to do the whole thing. I think from the production side we'll also run out. Not even at the equator yet.
Our illustrious champion returns.
P. Barton, thank you for the 6 months. Oh, we should also request some oil refineries or oil pumps, oil thingies. Yes. Okay. Looking good. Okay, so we'll do this one all the way around, and then I think I'll go focus on the meridians. All the beautiful trees. It would be nice with a bigger paintbrush than 10 by 10. You'd think that 10 by 10 is enough, but nope. Not even close. Let's go to the equator and go here. And then actually make sure that things get pushed down at this point. feels like it's been like 2 circumferences. There we go. Next one is there. It's especially important that this gets fully covered on both sides, because that's when we get the solar panels on top, and solar panels it'll be harder to see it if we don't guarantee that they are fully covered now. So if you see some missing, then as I move on, and if I miss something, then you just start yelling in chat. Autosave. Someone mentioned a small miscount on the deuterium fuel build. Nope. Deuterium fuel build. No. I don't think so. See, now they don't fill up instantly anymore. Oh, there. There. So now we should have enough so we can build in first try. It's if this is yellow color, don't think it is. Because I'm in. There you go. Where? Yeah, need to make sure that you take everything on the side of that line. Oops, hold on. Yeah, you got your 1000. Perfect. And I also need to have this. No, this. It's actually this one. Should request some oil refineries. That one. Anything else we're missing? Not really, I think. There. Now it should be placed in the first try. First try. Now after the other tries, it should be the first try. Yay! First try. After a few failed tries, it'll be the first try. We have a Dyson sphere, and look at that. It's actually consuming most of the power in the Dyson sphere. That's actually surprising. Not a lot is being thrown away. Yeah, in the darkness it looks more like puke green or something, but seasick green, and in the light it looks much more yellowish. Or is it merely a trick of the light? It's a glimmer of hope is what it is. There. I actually want to play some Darkest Dungeon again. They've added a new zone. There's something about the new format of Darkest Dungeon that isn't as good as the old one. I was so looking forward to the new Darkest Dungeon, and it's really well made. It's just not compelling in the same way, because you don't get attached to your characters. And that was one of the cool things of the previous one, is like you could just see them, that they would sort of, they would be stronger, and then they would sort of decline. But here it's like you know that in 6 hours or something or whatever, then you'll get some new characters. And I like that progression when you... I'm not that big of a fan of the roguelike aspect. I like getting attached to my my characters and see them grow and see them fail. To an art director, that the fade from white to black on our website, which simply popped from black to white, was an optical illusion your eyes make and not something that I implemented. Huh? And then afterwards you snickered because you had put in a few extra frames that made it transition smoothly from black to white. Not in more and not included. I don't. I expect so. It's not too stressful, because that's not the word. It's just not relaxing in the same way as this. This, I really enjoy that. You can think about things. You can relax. I felt that it was just going from disaster to disaster. And then yeah, you know what? I think the one thing that I feel has been, yeah. Okay, so. One of the things that really just grinds my gears when it comes to Oxygen Not Included is that there are some designs that utilize... hold on. A key part of the game is that it has a really good physics model. Fluids, compression of gases, and temperature exchange, and all that stuff, which is super cool. But the core of the gameplay revolves around abusing the model, so you get super compression and infinite stacking and breaking the laws of thermodynamics, and that becomes such a staple of the game that you are inventing matter out of nothing, you are inventing energy out of nothing, and then it goes like, well, if you built such an elaborate model and then the gameplay revolves around breaking the model, then you shouldn't have built such a complex model. Because no one cares if the laws of physics don't apply in Goat Simulator. Who cares? Right? I don't know. But in a game that goes like, oh no, because this density and thermal conductivity and heat capacity, when that is connected, then it goes through a phase transition, and then you go like, haha, but I can make infinite resource, and then it just go like, oh, do one or the other. You can't do both. You can't do... You want to be serious and have a real good physics model, and then also go... But the only way to play the game is to do some things that are physically impossible. But because you still have to follow some really rigid rules about the physics, you just have to break them. You have to understand the laws of thermodynamics and heat transfer and phase transitions, and once you understand it, then you have to break it. And it just becomes like, it just, when a game is sending mixed signals like that, then I have a tough time really liking it. Like, I can accept that you can have a nuclear silo in your pocket in Factorio, because whatever, that's not what it's about. Right? So, because there is a certain level of abstraction. But if you make something that is supposed to be sort of hyper real in terms of some dimension of the game, then okay, well then make it hyper real, instead of just go like, make it hyper real and then it revolves around still breaking the model. That's kind of the one that I'm... Under the Iron Patch. Yeah, patches are super important to double, triple check. Yeah, does that make sense? They closed a lot of the loopholes. Nah, they just opened some new ones. That's like developers saying I fixed a lot of the bugs. You mean that you've transformed known bugs into unknown, undiscovered bugs? You haven't fixed any. You just moved them around. It's fixing bugs in a system is basically like the kids are cleaning up on in the room, and you go in and look around and go, oh, this is neat, and you open the closet door, and then all the shit comes flowing out. Like, ha! So this is where you put all the bugs, right? Passed around. Fixed out. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Mini, and thank you, Blade, for the Prime and welcome. Sorry, I was mid-ramble. Missed a spot under the last trees or... Okay, let's see. Let's get some more materials in here. And now we can also get... Here. And I unfortunately had to request this. I might as well take all of them. I don't want to have 150 out here. Yep. Alright, let's tap the crude oil. There we go. How much crude oil do we have on this planet? We have 52, and that was 4, so that's, by my calculation, it's still a lot remaining. Should be around 13, maybe? That would actually like to be placed right there. Obviously that's not happening. Then let's place it right here. It's not because we're actually missing oil right now, but it's also, on the other hand, by the time we are missing oil, then it's a bit late. And oil, I think, is going to actually be the biggest problem generally in any base. And coal. Let's get here. Oh, that's bad. Because where's it getting the... Where's he getting the warpers from? And let's get some coal in here. don't understand why the drones are defaulting to that low. It just doesn't make sense for me. I can't get all of him from this. It's damn close though. Closer than I thought. Yep, but I only do this for these few instances. Coal, don't care. If I lose some, I lose some. But the rare resources, at least the valuable ones, like this. And let's see, what did I just get? Coal. So we should also request organic crystals up here. And up here we should also request oil.
Welcome back.
Maganis, thank you for the 4 months. I've been slacking with this. You know, you can set it up to auto renew if you feel the need for that. But doesn't matter. If you've been slacking with it, then it's probably because you haven't been around as much.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Rhino Frag, thank you for the 5 months. Yeah, sometimes I find out that I have a sub, then I join some sub and it goes like, oh, celebrate your 5 months anniversary, and I go like, really? Oh crap, I haven't watched this for 4 months. Oops. Maybe that happens to some of you as well. The rule is not allowed to tap anything that isn't already sort of completely covered by concrete. That's probably the easiest way of moving forward with the mining operations here. If they made a new building in this game, what do you want it to be? I don't know. I haven't thought about that specifically. Well, as a space station or a ring gate. Definitely want a ring gate. I want extra planetary construction more than the Dyson sphere is such an amazing thing, and I want it to be expanded to be able to make other non-planetary based structures. That would be so cool. And it's okay they're expensive. They are okay to be really expensive. Just let us build it. Oof, that was actually something I shouldn't have allowed to happen, but it did. How much we left? 5,000? And then just extra care on these. Ta-da! Perfect. Right, sort of perfect. And that means also requesting iron up here. So the plan with this planet is that it will be the first science planet. All right, so let's talk a bit about how I want to do the science. It's so tempting to build like, hey, here's 30 science, and then spend a long time designing and building it, and then when I've done it for one science, then I move on to the next science, and I just feel it might not be the smartest thing to do, because it's going to take a long time before we even get anything started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have 8 items. Good. To move from one planet to another like a Stargate. A ring gate. We want to build a ring world. A ring space, a slow zone. Everything is always expanse, in case you're in doubt. Did we request stone to these two? Nope. Then you're gonna requesting stone. Boring old stone. Yep. That's not big. Yeah, so usually I decided to always build some extra storage between these two. But with 20,000 storage in here, I don't really feel that's necessary. Alright, I'm running out again. Got 20,000. Got 20,000. Great. Uh, 30 seems like quite fast. It's not fast. It's not fast to build 30 and then just copy paste. It's gonna take a long time. I mean, it is. The question is more on, if I build 30, then it's gonna be a big build, and then when we're done with that, then we're looking at ourselves and go like, so do I copy it 3 times, 4 times, whatever? And that's kind of the downside of it. Once you build something at a certain size and then just want to copy it, then that's less interesting to do that. On the other hand, if I build something small, so that I can, yeah, the smaller I build it, the harder it becomes to make it into a good module. Like, for example, let's say I make like a build that takes 10 per second. Then I might get into trouble in terms of, well, how much Casimir crystals do I really need? Or strange matter do I really need? Is it a logical amount of strange matter that I have to put into build? And everything will be very poorly rounded, I'm thinking. We also don't really know what our target is. I think it's at least 60, but maybe more. This is the system that makes... let's see. This is the system that is making quantum chips. Okay, yep. So what do you guys do? You have what would you like to see, and what do you think would be logical? I don't think I want to build like big consolidated or sort of consolidated builds that take raw materials into, let's say, green science. I just find that to be, ugh, right, ugh. Doesn't oil demand go down a bit with the rare resources? Yeah. It's mainly for plastic, actually. And then whatever else we decide that we need it for. I'm still going to do it for red science, even though some people are going to no! But I just feel that oil is going to be a resource in demand. And also, so will coal because of proliferation. We're using way more coal than usual. Usually coal would just not be an issue at all, but it's absolutely an issue. Maybe we... Okay, last one we get 40,000. I'm doing 120. I'd be curious how well your new machine does build that. Yeah, but how did you do 120? Then that's a good question for me, I think. Like, did you build 120 red science, and then when you were done, you go like, next up? And that means the whole thing was just still burning at whatever your starting factory was? Or did you build it like in modules of 10 science per minute or 20 science per minute, so you could go like 20 of this, 20 of this, 20 of this, 20 of this. Alright, done. We now have 20 of all science operational. Let me start scaling up. Because that's kind of how I want to do it. I just don't know if it's 10, 20, 30 that I want to have as my module size. Did the first 60 individual, then the last 60 with big planetary blueprints that did everything. Wow. Okay, so... Okay. So that means you had a planetary blueprint that did what? Like... Now I'm just being curious on this, because I think that might be a really cool idea to steal. Like maybe make a planet that says, okay, this planet is making 10 science of all the science and consuming it. And that means we'll bring raw resources into this planet, but once we have the planet, then I can copy that to another planet. That might be actually a really cool idea. All 6 science included rays that absorb power and photons. It needs 50 gigawatt, I think. Yeah. Sarcasm with warping. It happens. Yeah, it does take a bit of... It's going to be a big build, and it's also something that prevents what I'm doing here, like mining. Because you are going to be needing to have a clean... completely clean planet here. Of course, mine will look different from your design. I think it's an interesting enough idea that I think it's something we can start working on. Then the biggest question becomes like, how big would I want to have each planet, or how much do I want to produce in each planet? I'm thinking 10 science per minute, or 10 science per second of each. Seems like a good number. So obviously, blue science, red science, they don't take much. Yeah. Yellow science starts adding up. And then purple, green. I probably can do 20 on a planet, but maybe I just want... Also, I am probably more constrained than you are with baked beans than you are with where I want to build on a planet and where I don't want to build. Sort of having my idiosyncrasies. Module was 30 each to hit the belt speed. I had one planet dedicated to each science card. Yeah, that's also what I've done. Did all 3 science on a single planet at 100,000 per minute. Alright, yeah, per minute is like a weird number. We're not playing Satisfactory around here, so not right now at least. So the whole idea of having things per minute is weird for me. That's a lot of science. That's a lot of science. $160 science per second. Well, we are not as ambitious as that, but I like the idea also from a scaling perspective that... Oh. They're all tapped. That's the only thing that really matters. And that's the spiny form is now being done. Reverse. For science planet, I paved over everything. I needed planets that sucked. Yeah. You got 180 on one planet. Okay, then I think I'll go for 30 on one planet then. That's gonna be the objective. Which means that we probably have to kill this soon-ish. Anyway. But this is a pretty bad planet. For all things except like spiny form and stuff. So. And oil. Once the oil is used, then it's not worth much, this one. Coal? Yeah. You can always get stuff that's further away. With more resources. Like even the fact that I am tapping stuff like this, which is 400,000, I really shouldn't be. But you know, I didn't think. So now we're started, so now I also gotta end it. Gotta follow up on this. Ooh, we also have Kimberlite. Yeah. And we keep paving ahead of us. You can have oil and tower as blueprint. But you can have the connecting belt. It fails. Yeah. I think we'll take this out now and only rely on the original from now on. So it's only 20,000 that comes in each time. Because we don't need that much more. If I just picked up 40,000, then I think with another 20,000, I think we're almost there. Also, as we get closer to the pole, then more of it will be covered anyway by those lines. Good. Going back. It was basically raw to science on a single planet. I was running 5 FPS. So my current build is focused a lot on building up to high value components on a local planet where possible to try and minimize sending raw resources around. Sort of the other extreme in order to build back. Okay. Yeah, that depends on what actually consumes the most FPS. If that's belts or... I don't know. I have no idea, so I don't know how I would start working on FPS optimizations. So that's also why I'm not really doing that. I'm just building. And then I also know that I'm gonna be stopping this series before or at when I get in trouble with the updates. And on that note, I'm kind of leaning towards other games that now everything has been overshadowed by Elden Ring, but now it's here, so I am enjoying it, obviously. And it's gonna be my other game. This is you could say my main game, and then the other game will be Elden Ring for the foreseeable future. And then after that, I think we will have what we can look forward to is what's it called? It's called... Oh, what's going on? Captain of Industry coming in... When is it coming? Come on, it can't be true. No, that one is not tabbed. Captain of Industry coming to Steam in March, so that's not so far off. So I think that's another one that we're looking forward to. Then there's been talk about Ixion as a game, so maybe look into that as well. Don't know anything about it, so don't know if that's worthwhile. I just saw it mentioned a few times, and then I clicked on the Steam thing and I saw, alright, I've already wishlisted. Okay, good. So I'll probably keep an eye on what it is. And then, of course, if you guys have other suggestions, then by all means let me know. Nope, not Lost Ark. Is that I like planetary blueprints that do everything instead of just... It also makes proliferators, warpers, lenses, suicide. Why? Why though? Why would you want it to make proliferators, warpers, and lenses? I don't understand that, because, and if you do that, then why not also solar sails and rockets? Oh, is Captain Industry moved to May? Okay, that's cool. Space Tractor, I hope it'll do some kind of Death Star that you feed Foundation. Yeah, I don't think so. One blueprint to rule them all? Yeah, but not really, because you're still gonna have a planet that builds all the crap that you need for the to build the factory. And like, I understand the idea of having it, but I just don't. I think you're gonna have to do any cutoff anyway for other things. The good thing I can imagine is that, hey, if you build it like that, then you know how much proliferation you need on the planet. At least you can, well, you could calculate it if you got so inclined. You can calculate, okay, I'm going to need, I don't know, 50 proliferators per second, so that's the size I'm building it at. Suppose that's an idea or an argument. Warpers, I don't really like that idea, but maybe it's a good idea. I guess since you have all the other things there anyway, you have the green science, so why not take some of the green science and also transport it into some warpers? So I guess warpers makes sense because it's dirt cheap to, or it's... yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like that. How the hell do you know how many green circuits you're going to be allocating to warpers and how many you're allocating to science.
Our illustrious champion returns.
It's really hard to estimate the amount of warpers needed. Hey Cirrus, thank you for the 34 months. Appreciate it. And look at that. First founder badge. And MB Hank, thank you for the 10 months. Yeah, I can see the convenience of it, but I also think it will screw up the calculations. And transporting coal to all planets so that you have proliferator seems, and nanotubes as well. I mean, I guess you need coal and nanotubes anyway. I don't know. Get this done. There. Planet had mountains of valleys that couldn't be cemented over to satisfactory. Yeah, that would be a different game. But I mean, if you're terraforming planets, then I would find it to be annoying. They go like, no, you can't do that. Like, okay, we're literally a type 2 civilization. We can pave a mountain. Alright, Speedy, thank you for joining. Just overdo screen size by 5%. I mean, no, that's exactly... That's like how the Mr. Bean packs his bag. Like, everything is like you're designing an entire planet to be a streamlined supply chain, and everything is built to balance except one thing that's just I don't know, just build something extra because fuck it. That's like, then you're no point in designing the rest of it meticulously if you're just gonna go fuck it anyway. Yeah, so that's the why I'm like grumble. We forgot to take a save at the break. Damn. Hold on. I think I can take this. We're gonna take a save before I load up. Try to take the last one. Yeah, technically you could calculate, I know, but you're not going to because you couldn't. It's one of those things like, yeah, technically you could, yeah, but then it's... by the time you're done calculating, you'll be like, I have no idea if this is a factor 10 off because I made so many assumptions along the way. That one has to go, unfortunately. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, even the smaller one. There. Just gonna get the small power here. Oh, we forgot to get that. Oh. How much is it? 80, 45. Okay. Energy square up north. Yes, indeed. There. Why? Oh, because you don't have power. Why? Why? You will have power soon. And Come on. You can do it. Yep. And this here is done. Good. And we also need some splitters. Okay, so power on this planet is good, and it'll be better once this one is powered up. I don't know if I want to get... Maybe. I might as well get it in now. Even though it's not even brought to the planet yet, so... And that's also going to be here. That one's untapped. Right, I think this planet is done. More or less. Let's move up to the other one, take a save, and then hope that we have actually done anything. There. Let's actually go over here, because I might need to have a dedicated save for this. If it works, then... Ah, okay. Can we do a prediction? If anyone can do the prediction, so you can bet some channel points. The question is, will I get the achievement once I fill this block? Yes or no? Do you think that I missed something, or yes or no? Oh, no, that's the other way around. Will I get the achievement when I fill in this remaining block? Yes, no. If there's a moderator who can do that prediction, that would be lovely. Then I'll just mess around with the save in the meantime. You know, I should probably figure out what the achievement is called. Can you spin around? No, 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 no. This is about whether you paid attention or not. I saw this in a movie once. Isn't that what it's called? See, I have some of those. I saw this in a movie once. Onk. Whatever. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Nope, no moderators working on us, or... No. Too bad. Just got some more. On it. Alright, thank you, Michael. Oh, there is. Will paving get the achievement? So obviously I'm not going to do it. No, off by one. Nice. What's the achievement condition? Cover a planet in Foundation. So the question is, have I actually covered this Foundation in Foundation, with the exception of this square that I know I haven't covered? Or is there somewhere something that isn't covered that none of us detected and none of us saw while we were doing this? So bet, oh yes, wow, there's a lot of confidence. Oof. We want to get like gambles that are as even as possible, so people can, yeah. I was off by like 70 when I did it once. Oh wow.
Our
Hey Nicholas, thank you for the 6 months.
Welcome home.
We're gonna wait for this one to go down. Basically, let's find something now. It doesn't change. Then it's just rebuilding it. Panels everywhere before I paved it. Ah, right. Yeah. Okay. Then it makes it really difficult. Wow. There's a lot of confidence here. But what is it about overconfidence? What is it now about that overconfidence? How's this one coming along? Ah, okay, there's a big chunk here. I wonder what that means. Can I see how much is... Oh, being absorbed, 1,560. It's not a lot, actually. It's not a lot. We're definitely not absorbing it fast enough. There we go. All right, so everyone has their vote in. Let's see how much you guys voted. I know the answer, by the way. The answer is no. Oh, it was yes! It was yes! Oh, your confidence in me is unfounded. No. There we go. Nice. Woohoo! Prediction result. Yes, it worked. Amazing. That was nice. All right, so who won? Okay, so that was well, it was 151. Wasting my newly won channel points. Well done. Well done. Be sure. I mean, if you don't waste it, then it's not really. Did you ever have it if you didn't waste it? It's like money. You gotta waste it to feel that you have it. Cool. Now all we need is the factory that I wanted to build. This is a shitty factory building, factory planet, by the way. Like really shitty. Wow, this is the worst planet ever. Why did I choose such a shitty planet? Look, there's no place that isn't full of crap already. I have a minuscule amount of building space. Oh, you can... Okay, how can you see how much it gambled? I can't see. I can see that how much went to Aberon 1, 2, 3 and 90 and 59 others. Like, I don't know. See details? Blah blah. Introducing channel points. Watch Needles, earn channel points, unlock rewards. Ah, this is because I never clicked that one. No rockets be launched. Nope, this is not a rocket launching. There will only ever, in any system, there will be one system that, one planet that takes care of the launching. In this case, it is Ides of March here, which, by the way, should be launching. Yes, that I agree with. It definitely should be launching now, but it's not. Before we get started on this, let's take a break. By the way, let's take that break. And before I take the break, I am going to take a save of this. $74. Here as in this system. You're absolutely right then. There. Cool. Be back in 2 minutes. See you in a bit. And welcome back. Whoops. So about sort of other games as we are first let's get back into the game. The thing I want to check now is why are we not getting any production of rockets at this point? I could do it by checking if the rocket production is okay, but I think I know why, because I know that I don't have enough production of I know I don't have enough production of quantum chips, so let's go to the quantum chips and assume that that's it. If this is empty of quantum chips, then we'll conclude that it's probably that problem. If this one has tons of idle quantum chips, then we'll dig deeper. Such a good build, this one. Processors? What? Oh, right. I have no idea why. Order. Where do we have smelting? We have smelting at Sergeant Dubious and also at another place, right? I think we need to make another smelting planet, to be honest. Yeah, Magmarel is doing smelting. Second most abundant resource in the universe. It's not the second. Both iron and copper is way more, and titanium is also. I'm just trying to figure out where. I thought I had a second location. Second most abundant. What is the most abundant? Iron, I guess. Iron must be the most. Silicon, is that really the second most abundant?
Our illustrious
Turns out, thank you for the 25 months.
welcome home.
Silicon being the second most abundant material on Earth. Is that really the case? And is that by weight or by volume? Or by molarity? What? I don't know. Not sure, checking. No. No. Okay. But anyway, doesn't matter. Our starting planet didn't have hydrogen being the most. Yeah, but not. No, I don't think so. On Earth, hydrogen is not kept very highly, and it has a tendency to kind of ignore gravity. Miss Timony, 35 months. Oh wow, you haven't achieved your own badge yet. You will achieve it next month. Okay, I think we need to do. Now you've painted the only planet that has carbon nanotubes and trees. Oh crap. Well, it doesn't matter. I can always just load a save and go back and do it. It's fine. It's 8 most common on you by mass. Okay. Now you have to tell us the top 7 as well, because we are discussing it. I really thought I had 2 smelting planets, but I don't apparently. I only have the one at Santi Dubious, which is a shitty place to have it. Alright, it means that it is back to Tekevaro. Because we have Everlist, the first Everlist 1. We have tons of power in this system, so let's use it for something. Everless. There you are. Oh wow, this is a piece of shit. Don't know how to put it lightly. This is not good. At least this is good, that I can take this out. There you go. Now I also took. Let's take that one. Yes. Wouldn't upgrading to MK2 also help? Yes, it would help, but it would help in the wrong kind of way, in my opinion. There you go. That's the one. It would help in the sense, but our problem is, I think it's not just a matter of building, but it's also a matter of transporting. And this is a very central location, so if I convert this into a smelting planet, then it's going to be much more centrally placed than taking the furthest planet away from everything and upgrading that. And I'm going to have multiple planets smelting anyway. Plus I have a lot of resources in this location, so this just fits a lot better in my view as being a smelting planet, a second smelting planet, not a secondary, but just a second smelting planet, rather than taking the original one or the first one and upgrading it. We can upgrade that when we feel like it, but for now I think I'd rather have one extra location than I would want to have double at the original location. Does it make sense? Is this the... No, it's not. There, to that location. Do these still work? Geothermal 10%. Geothermal 125, 23. 10%. Okay, so they are actually adjusting down to be nigh useless. Good. It's funny, when we started up on the planet like this, then it was just like, oh, the planet is so big and we don't know what to build where, and everything is like so far apart. And now it's like, all right, we take this quarter of the planet, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Now I can get some kind of sense. Hello, Noafro. 10 most common in Milky Way galaxy estimated. Of course, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, but in the Milky Way, that's not really. I was more interested on Earth because, yeah, hydrogen, helium makes sense. There on. Alright, do I have these builds? Oh, I don't know. 2 to 1 smelting. So, is it time for us to start making Mark II smelters here? It might be. I think we actually have a lot of power on this location, so we might actually do that. Also, the travel time to this location is pretty low, so we should be able to get something better. Go. And power lines. We might as well start also getting some of the other things in. We know we're gonna need some of that and some of that. Good stuff. Oh, that's actually... Okay, you're gonna go away and you're gonna go away. You're probably gonna go in here. Come on. You're supposed to be quick. Here it comes. Why are they not flowing out? Because they're Mark 1s. Oh. But that's not what I wanted, is it? Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. That's definitely not what I wanted. Awful. Why did I decide that that was a good idea to build it like this? No. Oh, it doesn't matter. Now. And this will be... apparently we did need a lot of this. And let's make silicon first, because that's kind of what I wanted first, apparently. I don't imagine that I would need anything like this. I would just exclusively want it remotely and exclusively output it remotely, I suppose. And then I will upgrade obviously. Why is the music pitched all distorted? No idea. And just refresh this, the stream, then it usually works. And we kind of don't... oh, what's the last thing? Whatever. Upgrade. F2. There. And then we need to change to silicon. And then remove appendages or whatever we would call it here. See, I don't need to make everything at this planet, right? But I do need to make something. Oh no. That means I also need to do that. So that at least I could empty the belts. Yeah. That. And that. And they are quadruple stacked. Perfect. When the music is distorted, refreshing can't fix it, but also changing the stream quality to something new can reset it as well. Yeah, sometimes actually that's a better idea, because if you restart it, then your browser will just like, yeah, whatever, I did restart it. And we're like, no, you didn't. Yeah, I did, it's fine. But changing the resolution will actually reload it. Oh, please don't ask those questions. It feels like such a weird question to me. Like, honestly, it just feels like so... Whoops, that was wrong. Oh, again. Oxygen not included. Which I like the game, but I just don't think it's particularly fun to play. But I like the game. And I also think that it doesn't have any news value anymore, so playing it now, what's the point? There's going to be other games that will be interesting, which of course it's really interesting that now I don't even have any games that I'm sort of projecting forward and go like, that's going to be the next big thing, because everything was just overshadowed by Elden Ring. Elden Ring was just the one thing that I really wanted to play, and it's as good as I'd hoped, and as much fun as I'd hoped as well. That's the 1x1 smelter. That's the weird one. What are we missing? A bit of everything. Ooh, we are not even requesting this. Let's request this. Why are we not getting these? And I mean, we just requested a few of them, and then now it goes like, nah, we don't want to give you any more of that. Oops. Whew. Good thing it decided not to go crazy. This is going to be an iron one, and that's going to be an iron one as well. And I'm going to do the same for copper as well. At least do iron and copper here. Don't know if I want to build it like triple build, but at least one iron and one copper. Hold on. If this is requesting from off-world, then it should be requesting also warpers. Otherwise, it doesn't have a chance to actually get stuff. Which means it should have one. These ones have warpers, yeah. And then that means it should also have one. Just out of principles. Because it actually shouldn't be the one that's providing up there. And probably more power for this. Yeah. And then next question is, why the hell are we not getting anything in here? Okay, we need to go to starving and figure out why we're not producing it. Frame materials, damn it. And frame materials is running out because of, it was running out because of titanium previously, but now, maybe now it's running out because of silicon. Starving, there you are. Have to demand rank 2. Did I not demand it? Did I just provide it? Damn. Oh, that's pretty good reason then. Nope, it's not making it. Why can I not find anything what I'm looking for? That one. That was what I was looking for. There. Ah. Lack of item. Lack of item. There we go. Now we have at least some here. And let's have a look at the one that wasn't working. There you are. It actually looks like it's working. It's just not really producing enough buffers. It's just when the buffer is consumed, then it takes forever to resupply. That's it. Now, this is also definitely going to be a problem. It's not a problem right now, but it's definitely going to be a problem. Let's see why this is still a problem here. It's not actually a problem. It's just, it is being consumed at the rate that it's being produced and then some. So it's just starving a bit. But that means we are out of materials. Damn. Let's see. Back to Everlist. That means we have to build it lower tier. Oh, hold on. Can I do a U-turn? I did a U-turn. Glorious. I might as well pick up whatever I have. I need 80, and then let's see if we are getting close to that. No. Shit. And I can see Everlist, but I can't see the other planet. Okay, come on, get out of the planet. Get out of the gravity well. There it is. Let me just go to Guy in the Cube and see what's up there. Alright, by the way, do we have enough warpers? Not really. Good. Oh. Oh, look at that. This doesn't even have a planetary hub. That's crazy. That is crazy. Damn. Oh well. I don't want to stay around here. That's too depressing. Here. Oh, that's why. There you go. This is really annoying that I'm missing that. Oh well. I guess over here on Everlist we'll just change it to Mark 1s. This is the main reason why I'm not building Mark 2, and everyone who goes like, why are you not building Mark 2? And it's like, it's because things just, they're kind of expensive and they're kind of not really worth it, to be honest. I think that it's, if I'm just being completely honest, it doesn't feel worth it at all at this point. For any of them. Because I can't provide it fast enough at all. Oh, we got... Alright, we'll get it then. Here. I would much rather have twice as many than I would have this, so. And this has to be, well, It's not ironed yet. Middle out. No. Curse my fat fingers. There we go. And then you are going to get that one. And everything looks good for this one? Sure. Clean out a bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All my good intentions about what I wanted to build today have just gone to shit, basically, with all the stuff that I have built instead, which is still super important things. It's just not what I planned to build. Yeah. And this has to be copper, so I have to immediately delete stuff. Nope. And one in here, and all of these in there. Yes. And we're out of these again. When you're making all-in-one builds and you want the smelting portion half the size. Yeah. That is true. It is not particularly useful in my case here. Let's see. Have they gotten the next round in? Not yet. Not even. Oh, there we go. Now it's just in route. Perfect. Let's see if I can get this to be changed to copper. Remove the inputs and outputs. This just gets a bit of iron and copper nearby, just to feel safe about it. And once this is inbound, we'll just wait. Wait here. There's a 560 white science from raw blueprint on Reddit by Stole It, Tileable 5x on the planet. That's 560 per minute? Yeah, I prefer building, designing blueprints than copying blueprints. For something I don't bother designing or building, like Dyson spheres, then I'll happily copy. But things that I like to build, then like production designs, then I prefer not copying. There. So at least at this point we're getting a lot of silicon, a bit of copper, a bit of iron, and of course I want to sort of progress with more as I need it. Now we certainly have enough. No, we don't. We don't certainly have enough of anything, it seems. Huh. Everything is inbound. Yeah, you know what? There is no point at all in making them twice as fast, because that just means that they're going to be sitting here waiting for twice as long time. Yeah. I don't like I don't like these plain smelters. They are super expensive. Power, production-wise, produce slowly, and you end up building something that you can't support with inbound materials anyway. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy that they exist. I just don't think they're necessary at my state of the game. Just need more logistics tech. No. No. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Warpers are fine. And it's out. The copper is going to be fine, but these will not be fine at all. And more import towers. But that's my whole point. My point is that if I have to have 2 towers to feed in this line, then why not just have 2 lines with Mark? Like, if I'm going to have more towers, this is what I want for a tower, because it fits and it builds and all that crap. But if I have to build twice as many towers, I might as well build twice as many production lines. And then what's the point? But I do like them. I just don't think they're necessary unless you're in a point where, oh my god, I can't build, my whole base is struggling with power. But it doesn't. It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, exactly. Like, fight for space in the game. I don't need to fight for space. And of course, what I'm pretty much seeing is that I could and probably should just have built it half as big, but then I couldn't build it sort of the same pattern, and it's such a nice pattern that it's just a bit of a shame to not really use it for anything. And at this point, like, this is going to take 1/4 of the power and produce exactly as much. That's basically my point. Right? Now that I've downgraded it, officially it produces half as fast, but since I couldn't feed it anyway because of the inbound materials, then it didn't really matter at all that I downscaled it. This one cannot even do it either. Yeah, save the smelting specific blueprints. Yeah. I'm also like, but do I then want this one? Because this is gonna have the same problem. No, it's not. These ones are consuming way too much, right? This is a 2-to-1 build. No, it's not actually. It's still only taking 2 lines, so it's taking 100 to 240 out. This also takes 240 out. 240 is too much for a single tower to get. I think 120 is about as much as you can do. It just doesn't feel right to have this, honestly. It feels so useless. $240. Gives nothing here. That one is now. copper and that one. Good. Unfortunately, they're not going to be next to each other. Ugh. Yeah, they should be next to each other, but didn't realize that. Yep. Copied extra power poles from previous build. That one? Oh, I did? $31, $30. Oh. Thank you for noticing and letting me know. Now it's 28. Then the other one was wrong as well. What? I'm missing one as well, right there. But how is 29 the right number? $29 cannot be the right number. And it's everything is divisible by 3. Oh, there's one missing up here. Okay. And I guess the other one is broken as well. Then let's call it smelting. Iron 240. Then they will be next to each other when I redo the next one as well. Thank you for highlighting it. You're gonna have the same problem. Right there. And there. Copper, you're going away. How do I donate to keep the dream alive thing? That's for non-bit donations, so that's just on PayPal. If you feel so inclined. Smelting iron? No, that's not copper. 240. That one. Now they're next to each other. Yay! It's very bad at the moment. Several cards from the beginning. Doesn't seem to work well. I'll go have some rest. Good night. Alright, good night, Mr. Timony. Just remind me twice to take a save at... then I might remember it in 20 minutes. Right, is there anything else that we feel we should also make in terms of smelting? I could make one out here just to get a single one of titanium. Just those are the main ones. I think I'll do titanium as well. Just a single one of titanium like that one. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Timmy. Now you reminded me in advance. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Oh, we're also running out of that one now. Then the question is, oh, Do I want to save this design? Or just copy it? I think we'll just copy it. It's not that exciting. Doesn't look right. That looks right. Yeah. And let's get over here. It is fitting for the lava planet. That absolutely is. Nope. And this will be titanium instead. I didn't know if there were any titanium left on the planet. Shit. Oh my god, sorry. I didn't, I managed to alt tab, but I didn't manage to mute. Okay. What are we building other than basic smelting? We're supposed to be building a science facility. Big old science facility. But kind of got distracted along the way because we were running out of very basic materials. I think that's good. And I'm going to update Everlist on the spreadsheet. Everlist launching and powering exchanges. Well, that's... Is it really still powering exchanges? No? No? No, that's not powering exchange. Okay, this is smelting. Smelting planet. But not all, but it's iron, copper, silicon, and titanium. There. Right. Let's have a look if this is looking better now. Nope, not at all. We are still just desperately running out of titanium of this. This is crazy how this is just not enough. Wow. I wonder if it will be enough. And then as soon as it goes to 8,000, boom, goes away again. How much would the game change if they added the ability to designate specific ILSs within your network, like train stations? I think that would be really nice. I think it would be really nice so that you could sort of link this one to a specific one, or sort of make trade lanes. I think making trade lanes would make it a lot more, yeah, or supply chains or whatever you want to call them. I'd like that. It has to be really easy to do. But like from planet to planet, for example, or resource, it would basically be like if you could do like this planet, this resource, to, and then a list of planet destinations, right? You could say select the resource from this planet, only go to these planets, or something like that. Check production, like entire star cluster for says we're producing more than we're consuming. Doesn't really mean much. Titanium ingots just got a nice little boost, but that's also, yeah. I think this will stabilize. I mean, this if we just add this much production, then for fuck's sake, at some point it must be enough. Like we're feeding a lot. We're feeding 360 additional silicon into the network that we didn't have before. And no, that's actually not much. It's only 180 per second. Make it bigger. It just feels really bad that I'm running out of something that I was supposed to fix this, and then now I spent time and it's still not really fixed. Yeah, let's double it. Let's just make it absurdly big. It doesn't take much time to do this. That one, that one, that one. Oh, that's not gonna work. Ah, it is. I just need to make sure. No. There. These two go out first. I'm missing power poles. Alright, power poles and there. One inbound here, and that. One inbound, and that one. And then we also need to get additional. Yeah. And good, and then the only thing we're missing is the power pole. This one we're getting in. Cool. I missed the part of you Elden playing to where you met the lady iced to the wall. Is she important? Iced to the wall? Iced? Met that lady iced to the wall. Don't recall meeting any ice. Oh, oh, right, yeah, chained, yeah. I don't know. We can't seem to do anything with her. But I thought actually she's the same sorcerer or similar sorcerer as the one, sorceress, I guess, as the one we got training from in the Waypoint Ruins. So I actually figured that we could go back to Waypoint Ruins and talk to the other one, and maybe we can go like, hey, I found one of your friends chained up, and she might go like, oh no, go save her. And I go like, yeah, let's do that. Or something to that effect. Yeah, she's the same, or at least both of them are from Rhea Lucretia. Or maybe when we get to Rhea Lucretia, they'll be like, oh, we are missing some sorceresses out in the world, or something. I mean, it's on the to-do list of, that's weird. But no, we did not resolve anything. How are we moving when planetary view? Just moving? Middle mouse? There we go. Let's see. Are you getting stuff? Inbound, 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 inbound. That is a pretty stupid amount of silicon we have inbound right now to this planet. What is the power actually looking like on this planet? Not a problem. Oh, moving the mecha, you can't do that in map view, but you can do it in blueprint view. Then you can move by shift right clicking. You can get move orders. Do you even mine enough? No, probably not, but I don't know. Only one way to find it. Now I have solved that problem. I am not going to be bothering with that anymore. What are we going to do about baked beans? Baked beans is really useless. Sorry to say that, baked beans, but you're really useless. But I guess we're kind of committed to baked beans. Oh, it's a really bad planet to use because of the oil facilities. Patient initiate thingy. Thanks for the entertainment. Yeah, welcome and thank you. Appreciate it. It's somehow the patron thing is not really updating. Yeah, I saw it. Thank you. And also a few deletes, but that's understandable. It's the last of the month, so I'm just maybe Tegevaro is better over that location. I don't know. Well, let's go back to baked beans. Maybe baked beans has been mining out all the materials. Yay, spring. Hold on. Do we even have warpers? I don't think we have mini warpers at least. Where is it? I can't see the line. Doesn't matter, we'll just fly. There we go. Just skimming the edge. And thank you to the patrons while we are warping away. Any plans for Galaxy in the Book? No. There's not really any difference from what I do now and a Galaxy in the Book. Everything I do, I provide all the blueprints. So I don't think there's any additional value. What? Where are you? Damn, you're hiding. There you are. Just trying to hide inside the swarm here. Alright, we're gonna find some place to build. That one is one of the few things I'm not allowed to take out, because this is spiny forms, and spiny forms are important. Although they are also being consumed quite rapidly, which is good. So let's build from up here. Let's figure out these locations. The best way I can do that is by doing that one. And that one, and... so maybe here? Nope. Maybe this one? It's gonna be that one. And that is not good. Yeah. This will be the one where we can start working from. So, what are we going to do? As always, we're going to start by building one of these. And then I imagine we simply start. Let's make the blue in one place. Let's make the red in another place. Let's make the yellow. And then have all the supporting things as well. Hold on. I want it to be... one blueprint world, so So it doesn't matter if it uses the upper bound or the lower bound or anything. It just, because there's not going to be room for anything else on the planet like this. Good. We just happen to start right here, which is a shitty place to start, to be honest. Because when I think about it, then this is about building a new blueprint, then it has to be built at a place where it makes sense. Like this one, which means hurry up and consume that. Alright, we're going to build it here and then just face the consequences as we go along. At least we're going to be consuming some oil. I like combining green and purple because purple produces hydrogen and green consumes a lot of that. Okay. Don't think I lean towards that. There are... This requires processors, but this one requires processors as well because it requires quantum chips. Huh. The thing is, like, if I want to make... hold on. If I want to make 30 science, then I need to make 15 quantum chips. That's also kind of a lot. If I wanted to make 20, then I'd have to make 10 quantum chips. Doesn't matter. My blueprint designed for quantum chips is 20. So, And then we also have to decide what things we bring in and what things we don't bring in. I'm not going to be doing the same thing as you, Big Beans. I'm just going to be different here. Okay. But stuff like this is probably going to be used for more. Like greens will be part of the processes, but that's okay. Yeah, maybe it's not actually that difficult.
Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
What can you thank you for the 3 months. Alright, I am going to do that one. Since neither of these are going to be moduled, then couldn't I just build a single thing? This is, yeah, iron, copper. Yeah, then I, instead of bringing this, I could bring that one, and that one inbound.
Our modest fellowship expands.
Hello, Factory Muscaraja. Thank you for that. For the another gift up. I think we'll do the same thing with the proliferators, like having that on a separate line, which means we need still warpers because those are things that are globally. Something like this. I'm just thinking. Yeah, something like this. I'm bringing these things in, and then I'll just have to build it and then figure out how that will... maybe I can build it here, maybe I can't. I'm not going to be proliferating this part because it's just iron and copper. So, oh, and I'm running out of... Oh, anyway, I'm going to do that during my break, and I'll remember Miss Timity's words, wise words, save. Pave the world, save the world. There we go. And then... Cool. And let's look at this glowy orb together with that part. And then I will be back here in 2 minutes. Thank you all for joining, and I'll be back here and we'll continue and start making some of these weird designs. Be back in 2. Alright, welcome back. Alright, let's see what we can come up with on designs for this one. Sam Webb, thank you very much for your 12 months.
Welcome home.
3 in a row, but with a break in between. But I don't want to make it too complicated for myself. Oh, we absolutely want to request some matrix slabs. Slabs. 23 months. 12 months in a streak. I was like, 12 months doesn't sound like much for you, but 23 months. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how many of what we want. Like each one of these and also the other ones will make 2 per second, so that's actually 3 per second. And if I look at this part, they will need 1 to 1, so I need to make 30 of these per second. That means I need to make 10. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. This is copper, but copper is also... Oh, I have an idea. Is it a good idea? I don't know. Copper in the middle because it's being used for both. Yeah. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There, right? So each of those produce exactly what I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the one. Got that one. Oh, forgot to do that. So if I have 3 of these, I do want to proliferate before this step, I'm pretty sure. But that's okay, it's easy to get proliferation somewhere. Well, we could just assume a way to proliferation here. Yeah. And then we proliferate at this step. Somehow. And then presumably this is then the outbound. Let's make it at least one of the lines consistent. Yeah, I like this. How much science are you going for? Missed that. 30 per world. Oops, not you. do a full science planet. That's the intention. Have one planet that will just be like, this planet will do 30 science per minute, taking what I define as sort of basic resources inbound, and then outputting, just producing hashes, because then when you build one, we can stamp, and then we have 1,000,000, and then we don't have any frames, and then we're happy. Alright, so if I have 3 of these, then hold on, I also feel that now is probably a good time to decide to go up to, what is our hash rate? Research speed 400. That will then be 500 with this one. Universe Matrix uploaded. 400,000. Yay, that's not much. Does not affect the science production, or does it? No, it doesn't affect the science production, but it does, since this planet will also be consuming it, then it does, kind of. So, well, it doesn't, but yeah. So this one is producing 1 per second. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, whatever. That's 15, right? Yeah, 15. So that's 5 per second. And then I just need 6 of these towers. Can I do that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty cool, I think. It's gonna be totally different from the other ones, but it's still gonna be pretty cool, I think. All 5 engines are doing universe. No, everything. All of this on the same planet, so that we don't need to export anything off-world from this location. So basically, this planet will only be inbound. The only thing that comes out of it is that it produces hashes that goes into center brain. So that should be good. Then my assumption is that this will be the proliferation location. I could also be, like, for consistency's sake, doing proliferation here. Like something like this. And that would be, this is 30. 24, that means I only need 8. Like that. 3 per second times 8 is 24 times 1.25, 25% of, it's at 6 plus 6 is 30, yeah. Yeah, that's much better. We'll do that. You know what? We're probably going to need a few more of these. Just get him here. I love this part. And it disappears. Does not do the 1 million hash per second. I cheated a little bit by just storing 100k white signs and then release all at once. Got me a couple minutes of 1 minute. Yeah. I mean, that's also the point, I think. I don't think it's necessarily the point that you'd need to do all of it, but more that, hey. You know what I need? I need a level 2 of this. Huh. But that's too high. because I'm gonna get from down here this one in. Ah, right, I know. We'll just bring it in, drag it over, and link it back. That's pretty good. Instead of trying to split it here and go in here. I think that's fine, because I would assume that we're going to be doing something similar for the next two. Alright, builds, inputs and outputs. Inputs and outputs is basically doors and corners. That is such a nice little build. Huh. Well. Not so well. So, as we are on the last hour of the stream today, then let me also, as that's kind of one of my usual things, talk a bit about upcoming things. Upcoming things will be Elden Ring. Oh, let's actually just take all of it. Elden Ring will be my other game, so it's going to be Dyson Sphere and Elden Ring. That we will be playing from now on. Whoops. And that means it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday for Dyson Sphere program, and the other days for Elden Ring. Is there a chance to get the mega base in the book save game? Yes! Patrons can always get all save games from all my games, even Elden Ring if they like. I moved from the US to UK today, and I have to learn to watch your show 5 hours later. Oh, well, congratulations! But isn't that better? Then it's not during work hours. I think your boss would appreciate that you can watch it on your own time, coming home from work instead of watching it during work hours. I mean, in my world, I imagine that was the reason why you moved to the UK, that you were just losing too much work because you had to watch the stream, and now we figured I gotta move closer, but still in a civilized country that actually speaks a decent language that you can almost speak. Aren't Elden Ring save games tied to Steam ID? Nope, they're not. Because I'm not logging in, I'm not playing online, and I don't save online, so I play everything offline, so it's just a little teeny tiny file. So I haven't uploaded them yet, but if anyone asks for them, then I'll be happy to do it. Because I have it automatically so that every time I go on break while playing Elden Ring, then it automatically executes a script that copies and renames the file. And it's super amazing, and it's made by, I think it was Jeff that made it. Yeah, and Timbo who made it into sort of a little batch file. So it's so awesome. Ta-da! The glory. So I have every single save game just numbered. So I have a save game for every hour, and then I'm sometimes take a little save game myself just when I feel there's right before a boss. I did a boss battle again today, and I think that I think the bosses are too easy. There, I said it. Bosses in Elden Ring are way easier than bosses in Dark Souls 3. But I also think that it's because I figured out how to do it correctly, and a lot of people don't think necessarily have done that yet. If you play it the same way as you play Dark Souls, then I don't think it's as easy. But if you play it using the poise system, then oh my god, it's awesome. Like the guard counters, I'm feeling a massive sense of foreshadowing, but I could be wrong. Foreshadowing? Yeah, I may be completely wrong, but I am also just when I've just heard other people say that they were really tough, and then you can watch my respectively 2 and 3 minute video guides on the first two bosses, and then just see that they are really trivial. They're very abusable patterns. And of course it's about finding them, which is the fun part of a boss challenge, like figuring out what the hell can I abuse. But the trash mobs are so much more difficult. Like that stupid grafted scion. Oh my god, that killed me so many times. And the Crucible Knight. Ah! Like, the elite trash mobs are worse than the main bosses. At least so far. I think it wasn't supposed to farm market at level 12. I think you're right. Yeah. Good evening, Jeff. Good to see you. I like this. Let's keep that like it is. Then let's figure out... Ah, man, you're not long for this world.
A resplendent offering.
Ooh, resplendent offering. I don't even have that up. Oh, wow, a red devil. Wow, thank you so much for the $50 donation. That is a very green planet. I am happy you are keeping your factories green. Yes, they are. And it's baked beans. This is not baked beans colored. But if this is baked beans colored, you might want to take another tin and use that instead. Well, you still beat him at level 12. That's really well done. That is really well done. I don't think I could, because I do make mistakes. I'm way too impatient. And I do make mistakes, but even when I understand them, I'm gonna like, nah, I can make it. But damn it. I should have dodged, and I knew I should have dodged, but I just wanted one more attack in. And that gets me. Every single time. Thank you so much, Red Devil. So, why exactly have you moved to the UK? If you don't mind me asking, is it for work or for the food? Nah, don't say the food. Permanently? Temporarily? Yeah, food and weather, I'm sure. Yep. Okay, so this will be slightly bigger. Now, this is where you can yell at me for what we should do. I think that I'm going to request hydrogen inbound, and I'm going to request graphite inbound, because those are basic materials. And then I'm just going to make it. Yeah. Base material. I don't want to use oil for this. Graphite is basic. Yeah. What game is my favorite game? I don't think I would say I have a favorite game, because if there's a favorite game, then after a while, then I played it too much, and then I need something else. I have a lot of games that are favored. I mean, Factorio will always hold a special place, because it's the game that enabled me to stop working, so that's pretty cool. And that's has certain benefits. Okay, so this one takes 2 of each, but I don't care. It takes 6 per second, so I'm gonna need 12 towers. Yeah. Why not local request oil to make it? Because this is not about this planet. This has nothing to do with this planet. This is about every single planet. And I think that I'd rather do it this way, because I am worried about my oil, because once oil just drops down, we went out here just to get oil, for example. Oh, I can't even see how much oil it's producing, but it just goes really quickly down, and therefore if I have to rely on oil for this, then I'm not sure it's gonna work. While relying on coal, then at some point we will have enough productivity here that we don't really run out of materials. While we will run out of oil, because it just simply decreases to a point where 0.1, even if I have a lot of productivity, then 0.1 times 10 is still only 1 per second. It's not much. It's not enough to sort of sustain if I want to build a lot of science. While coal, I can easily sustain it. I think I can sustain it, right? Yeah. I only TP'd 2 planets until the vein trees had prevented that, so infinite now. Yeah, I mean, what are you talking about, coal or? Let's see. Right, I have moved to London for my wife's job. Several months. Sounds nice. Hope she's happy. I moved to Milton Keynes, just north of London, for a year for work, and my then fiance joined me there. So yeah, can relate. Huh. If I make 30 per second, that means I'm gonna need to have 60 per second, but that's not a problem for this belt anyway, so. Don't forget that oil, particle broadband needs oil for plastic. That's exactly my point. That's where the oil will go. Oil will go into plastic and not into stuff that I can use other ways to get. Kind of wondering if I can do something that looks better than this. Ah, of course. They're not gonna be here. They're gonna be out from the middle, of course. It's like the first time. It's like I'm doing this for the first time. There we go. And then this will align to this, and there and there. Auto save. And this one is red. And no clippy? No clippy. It's a bit too close, isn't it? Okay, so that doesn't work. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Seems like I underestimated it. That looks crooked. Yeah, it is. Alright, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. I think that's fine. Ooh, by the way, it's the last day of the month. I forgot that. So the monthly top tiers are also resetting. Magmarel is really crazy on the bit side. And so is Lumen rates. That would be usually be way more enough. Owen and Barthik and Bercy, we only saw Bercy once. Just coming in, dropping 70 gift subs and a lot of bits, and then running away again. That was weird. Don't mind, but just felt really weird. Don't mind too much. So thank you everyone who's been part of making this short month, but making it pretty good month as well. Thank you. Well, you're gonna live a bit longer then. Using the plus key on spacing lets you go past the limit of tapping. Ah, yeah. But yeah, it's... I don't think I would ever need that. I mean, this says yes, but that's because it does it incorrect. Well, that was easy, right? There you go. It feels really weird to just go, yeah, that's fine. Now, what I'm also considering now, and I may regret this, but if I'm also making like a, oops, no, a location like this one. Now, what if I made this to request here and here, and then I think that would be nicer, but it's only something that works for this one, but it'll probably not work for some of the other builds later on. So a bit of yikes video a few days ago. Guy who makes only Path of Exile content have around 10-20k viewer per video announcing he quits his pro job and go full time. What? Guy who makes only Path of Exile content have around 10 to 20k views per video, quit his program job and go full time. I mean, I don't get much more than on my average, hey, this is episode 25 of my Let's Play, this is episode 26 of my Let's Play, and I certainly didn't have that when I went, like I quit my job when I was averaging around, on a good day with Factorio streaming was 200 viewers, and a good day for a YouTube video was 5,000 views. And I of course had like the outstanding ones, but yeah, so I don't know. It depends a lot, and it also depends on where you are. If you have a programming job and you put all your money into crypto and you got out a month ago, then you're probably fine in that regard. Also, maybe they don't live in an expensive suburb in one of the most expensive countries in the world and have two expensive kids they also need to feed, and there's just a really different situation for everyone. And yeah, I think that there's an expectation on what you need to survive and what you want to have, and maybe you can just maybe there's a lot of other parameters, right? A Patreon is my primary income. That's also why you can see me when I'm talking about it, and I'm always favoring Patreon because Patreon is the best for me. It's the highest ratio, and people are supporting on Patreon for generally a long time. So that's why I'm always preferring Patreon if people go like, hey, what do you prefer? Which is almost impossible for me to say without it sounding like I don't appreciate anything else, because there are multiple options and I could have 17 different options as well, but I don't think that's necessary. I think that what we have here is plenty for if you want to support, then, and you only want to support in crypto, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, sorry, I draw a picture of a cat instead and then send it to me by mail, and that's as much, worth as much. Don't care. Yeah. So Patreon is a 90% cut to me, while Twitch is a 50% cut. So that's for subs, of course. So for that reason, there's just a lot of things that. But the main part is that when people pledge on Patreon, generally they hang around for a longer time, and I think that makes it more sustainable. So. No and no and no, right? Should we just hook this up? Yeah, let's do that. I mean, I think that we just have to just assume that it's very different from where you are and what your expectations and what your alternatives are as well. I mean, we don't know, but like I got fired, so did I really have an option? I can keep telling myself that I could have just not been fired, but honestly, I probably couldn't, because I mean, I probably couldn't get not fired, because, well, that would, yeah. So, you know, then this was the natural next step. Missing warpers on the second output filter. Thank you. Yeah. So when I got fired, I was really halfway to a professional factor. Well, I don't know. Depends on whether you had prepared it for several years in advance, then and you make sure that you got fired in a way that gave you the leverage to potentially sue your former employer for what's it called, incorrect firing. This is not happening. This is just not happening, right? We can all agree that this is not happening, right? There is no way that's happening. Wrongful termination. Exactly. So that was also a big part of it. I love the towers, how they shrink. We think it's 2. So it was here before. It wasn't like this. It was here, and I go 1, 2. Yeah. Some reason that doesn't trigger by itself.
Another loyal devotee.
So I had to forcefully trigger it. A new patron joined, I think. No? Ah. Reject all. Go away, patron. Why are you... Oh. Fuck you and your stupid things there. I just got a ping about a new patron, but then I go over there and don't see anything. Huh, weird. Weird. Maybe their website is slower, but I can see a name. So thank you, new patron, if you have joined. Ah, okay, thank you, Peppo. So that's why it just takes a while to update. Thank you very much. Oh, look at that. Just the idea of looking up. That's actually really interesting. I never really looked up and just said, but that would be how you would see it most of the time in if there was a Dyson sphere. You go like, it's hanging above us, which is a completely different feeling from just looking towards the horizon and go like, oh, it's out there. Like if it I know what I'm saying. If the Dyson sphere fell down, it would not fall down on us. But looking up and then seeing something in the sky above us would kind of make you go, is that safe? Yeah, I appreciate that. A annual protector of the path. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Yeah, you know what? Let's fire it up and then see something happen. Let's do that. Whoosh. Might be a bit much to do that. Okay, and then I can happily send out all of this. It has warpers. No, it doesn't have warpers. By the way, now you have warpers. How about also putting some warpers in there? Yep. And go, and go, and go, and go, and go. Let's fire this up. Belts. Belts are important. Ah, these belts. Yep, they are all blued up. All blued up and ready to go. All of this is coming in, and it's not really going to consume fast enough to me to worry about the quantities, I think. Get some more blues. Zip. Also goes out. Let's keep it like this. I don't think it's going to be... Would a real-world Dyson sphere not be much further away? Yeah, it probably would. It probably would. It would probably still be something like when you look at the sun, you couldn't really see it. But, yeah. Maybe with sunglasses on, you could see sort of textures. Well, it depends. If it's fully encapsulated, you would not really get a hell of a lot of sun. Ta-da! Okay, it's not going anywhere. First bits are going in. Kind of could argue that wouldn't it be better if this is going to be feeding sort of all the production line here, then it would be better to do it. Yeah. Maybe inside orbit of Mercury. Oh, absolutely. Oh, you want the blue proliferation stacked? Oh, absolutely not. Thank you. Good point. I should want to want anything stacked out of this. That's still not the stacking. It wasn't stacking last time I did it, and it's not stacking this time either. Good. Alright. Now it's stacked and then whatever. Ta-da! Well, that's red and blue cubes. Yeah. Why no blues? Is it because it can't output? Oh, it can't output fast enough. Look at that. It can't. Why can it not output it fast enough? That makes no sense. Ah, proliferation. I'm an idiot. So I only needed 24. They're 15 high, so they should only be 12 high each. Do you want to take out the height or the number of towers? It feels wrong with the height, doesn't it? Tall puppy syndrome. Whoosh. Yeah. Now it should work. I can always stack it if I want to, but I really don't want to because this shouldn't... It should be coming out at the right place, so stacking it would be like, yeah, but you shouldn't need it, right? Good night, Delta. Thank you for joining. Max height and stack. Yeah, but I don't want to have more. I want to produce 30. I don't want to be, again, this is one of those things. If I design for 30, I build for 30. I don't design for 30 and then, whoops, that's going to be 35. Whatever. No, then if it ends up being 35, then I'm still constraining it to a belt because that is what we want. The only point here would be, what if it slows down for a while and then, or it stacks up and then, no, it doesn't matter. Since it's going to be constrained on the build speed anyway, then there's no point. Yeah, good. Good news. No, I have not finished it. I played 4 streams of 6 hours, and so that's 24 hours of total, and I've done 3 of the zones, and I think there are 10 or 12 zones. So I would say I'm probably like 30% through or something. Same on red. Red is fine because red is only 12 high. I also knocked down the red, so should be fine. Now, what about the yellow, and what about this location? I kind of don't want to build something here, but that I don't know if I don't know. We can take a look at the yellow one. What would that be? Yellow signs. Diamonds. That will need to be crafted locally. Or we get kimberlite in. No, then that makes a diamond a base material because, yeah, I guess it does. It turns out everything is a base material. No, this is not. I'll bring these 2 in and then build those on site. I'll bring organic crystals in. Yeah. And titanium. So that means I could do organic crystals and titanium here. Let's try to get a sense of how much of what I need. Kimberlite. Kimberlite is not actually in the smelter, is it? It is. So, every 1.5 seconds. I can't do divide by 1.5. It's impossible. Especially not at 10 minutes to midnight. I can't even count. 14 minutes to midnight. Now I have 3 of them. If they were speed 1, they would be doing 2 crafts per second. And that would give us 4 output per second. That would now be 8 output. So this is producing 8. Can we remember it? No. Like 3 of them producing 8, that makes no sense. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's 1-to-1. Yeah, so as long as it's 1-to-1, then it's kind of irrelevant. Then we just have to make sure that if this is 8, plus 8, plus 8, plus 8. That's 32, which is what we want. Nope. We want 24 because proliferation. So 24 goes in here. I need to produce 24. Now the next one I need to produce 24 of is this part. There. Every 4 seconds. That means if I build 4 of these, that will make 1 per second. It'll make 1.5 because it's faster. So that's 1.5 per second. Three. 6? Is that really this much? 6? 12? 24. Is that it? Does that make sense? I have 64. So let's do... I'll do a calculation. So I have 64. And they will provide one every 4 seconds. So divided by 4. And then multiply... That's 16. Multiply 1.5. That's 24. And then multiply by the productivity. That is 1.25. And it gets 30. Yep, that's right. Okay. So this is the stuff I need. Then for me, it's pretty clear that this is going to be one build and that's going to be another build. Yeah. That seems wrong. Then redo the calculation. If it's on a 4 second, if these were crafting speed 1, then there are 16 columns here and it produces for 4 seconds. So that would be producing 16. It went to 30 per second as well. Yeah, because of the proliferation. This is supposed to be producing 24 and then I add proliferation, then it becomes 30 and then everyone's happy. Good. Then I'm going to build it here. Goodbye, cruel world. Bloop. No. You. There you go. Then this is not a good suggestion for building it. Because I really think... I don't know. Maybe I'm not actually in need of saving space, so I can say blue and red are the small ones, so they share. Then I start on the yellow. That takes also 2 builds. Yeah, let's do that. This will make titanium. And big tennis ball. That's actually really good. That's a good point. It is actually a tennis ball colored. Didn't realize that. 4 rows, that means I am going to take the middle one as a return. This will be return. I will build the proliferation. Okay, so that's one of the second square. I know I'm not going to be proliferating the output, but it needs to be highlighted where it's supposed to go. Okay, so that is where I'll get it, and then that and that. And Icarus P&D. Unlock all technologies, upgrade unlimited technology at least once. Ah, that was funny. Yeah. There, that's good. And then get ins and outs. 16. Oops. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Continue from research tech. Yeah. I didn't have any need for it. It was just never the most important one. There. And then a few power poles here and there. Okay, that's good, and I will get that in. It's a pretty straightforward build. This will be local output only, like that. And these are both going to be 10,000. Now this one shouldn't be 10,000, but let's try to be principled. Yep. It's me that you can work this late. Do you nap in the daytime? Sometimes. Output stacking? Yeah, that's a good point. No point in output stacking it. Is there? No. Good evening, just joined. How many signs per second are we going for? 30. But we're going to build it as input from more or less basic resources, and then I'm just going to continue building it along this way. Until we can reach that one. Well. Funny how this one will now be provided off planet, but I actually need it here. So temporarily I'm going to be building this anyway, so I can get everything in, and then we'll build. We'll see how it works, and then we build 30 per planet, and maybe I'm just starting to think that maybe I can make do with only the top half, which means I could make 60 per planet. Don't know. If it's going to be big, I would also suggest building on the other side of the equator as well. Yeah, but that's the part where I'm thinking first I'm gonna build over here, and then if it turns out I don't have enough space, then I'm also gonna build on the other side. I'd rather have one build that goes all the way around for one thing, and then another one that's exactly the same below. Then I would have sort of like a square, but I don't know if that's actually better to have like a square. It's probably easier to place. Are you prepared for blueprints that collide with themselves? If you only build on the top half. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna build all the way around. You look like the seams on the tennis ball. Yeah. I mean, then I would basically build one blueprint that would look like here, like red and blue, yellow, purple, green, or quantum, whatever. And then when I'm done, copy the blueprint and then just stamp it down below here. And on the new planet, then we have 30 if you want, or 60 if we really want. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to do it. So we'll continue up here on this line. That probably means I'm going to find a way to mine this out completely. Huh, that's gonna be weird. Strange. Anyway, that's gonna be a challenge for another day. Because we are done for today. So no new planets to be named, but we will be going out and tapping some new planets for sure as we progress with this one. Maybe next time. So we will be back in Elden Ring tomorrow, continuing the adventure. We did get Castle Morn, so we are actually completely into new area. That means either the Liurnia of the Lakes or it's Khalid, the foul and fitted things. That's disgusting. If you want to watch some guides for Elden Ring, if you are either just want to see some cool things, or if you are playing it yourself and want to see if you got everything right, or you want to see how I did it, then I have already now 4 guides, I think. Yeah, 4 guides on Elden Ring, and I'm going to be continue to throw those out over the next, as long as it makes sense. Every time there's something interesting, cool thing, then I'm going to be making a little guide for it, and maybe hopefully there will be some who will watch it and find it interesting. Yeah. So that's the plan. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining. I will see you tomorrow. See you next month. Thank you everyone who has been part of supporting this month. That is super amazing. I really appreciate it. And yeah, good night. Take care and stay effective as always. Until next time. Good night.